Guys, what's going on? It's the Block Bull right about now, bringing you the latest episode to the channel. Now today we're going to dive right into it because we've got the interest rates coming up shortly. In the next couple of days we have interest rates here. Now if we scroll down here to the Fed meeting, it gives us a probability of how much the basis points are going to be cut by. So currently we've got a probability of 65% that we're actually going to slash interest rates between 0.475 and 0.5%. We've also got a probability of 35% that it's going to be anywhere. Wow, this is new information. So there's 35% chance we're going to get cut by more than 0.5%. Now that is brilliant news for the crypto industry. So we are literally about to go into a bull market now, and I believe we are literally on the precipice now of entering into a full-blown bull market. Now, whether or not these cryptos can actually catch up to sort of Bitcoin around that all-time high, we need to get up to these all-time highs for these altcoins. And then in the new year, we could potentially make cup and handle patterns, and then we can really get going into price discovery. So this is what I'm looking for, a lot of the altcoins to move, and we will get into the charts shortly. However, XDC has got some further important news coming out as well, because the target date here for XDC 2.0 mainnet release is on the 2nd of October. So we're literally only a couple of weeks away from this massive milestone as well. Now, I believe XDC is one of the best utility tokens out there, and it is going to blow everybody's socks off now. So not financial advice. If you're sleeping on XDC, I strongly recommend that you go and take a look, do your research on XDC, because in my opinion, all roads lead to the consortium R3. Now they have got the R3 Corda, which is an ecosystem that accounts for 90% of global transactions, and XDC is the primary settlement token on that ecosystem, if you will. Quant is also heavily involved as well. So when you do your research with XDC, you'll also see Quant highly tied, and they're very strongly affiliated with 3 as well. So 2 top picks, XDC and Quant, but so much to look out for now. Now, if I dive quickly into my CoinMarketCap shortlist, here it is. Now, in the 24 hours, there's only a couple of tokens that are in the green, and that is XDC, both 2 top picks for me this bull cycle. And I believe we are going to make hand over fist with these 2 investments in particular. Now, if I just make some quick comparisons with XDC and XRP, because I believe XDC and XRP are very similar, and they are going after very similar markets in the fact that XDC is also targeting cross-border payments, which XRP is predominantly sort of renowned for, if you will. Now, look at the factor on the multiplier down here. Now, if XDC was just to get up to XRP's current price action of 57 cents, 57 cents, that is all XRP is worth. XRP is dramatically undervalued. Now, even if XDC was to do that number, it's a 77, almost 78x on your current investment. Now, that is absolutely ridiculous. Now, you don't even need a lot of money in these markets to make it big. Now, XDC for me is guaranteed to hit XRP's current market cap. It's just a given. It's already written in the stars. So for me, not financial advice, for me personally, I believe 77, 78x is where we need to be at the minimum. So that would put one XDC token at $2.16. So let's take a look at the charts now. XDC is currently breaking out as well. I have been tweeting about this breakout over X as well. Where did I put it here? I've got the interest as well with crypto. So the fact that you guys are actually watching this video is remarkable in itself, which tells me that you are going to make it because you're here when the masses are not even here. Now, this is where we are on Google Trends. We're currently ranked at 24 rating out of 100. And this is the past sort of 5 years. You can see here we're spiking up to about 100 at the sort of top of the bull market here. So the fact you're here, I know you're going to make it. And the fact that you know about XDC, there's that opportunity, if you're not already invested, to invest in one of the best crypto tokens within crypto space, hands down, it's probably going to be the best appreciating asset there is out there. Gold also at an all-time high as well. Now, this is XDC poetry in motion. A 5.2 trillion trade finance gap to fill. Now, where would that put XDC in terms of price? Get back to me in the comments. Do the maths. Divide 5.2 trillion, divide by the circulating supply. Let me know in the comments to see what math you get. Now, this was posted yesterday. We've got the 3-day interest rate cut. It'll be now 2 days, and it will be now 16 days until the XDC 2.0 date is finally hit. Not financial advice. I've obviously got an XRP plan as well if you are interested in XRP. However, let's dive into the charts now with XDC. Let's bring those up here. So you can see this is a live chart of XDC. Now, this is going back here since inception, or certainly from when data began on KuCoin here. You can see here back in May of 2021. So what you're seeing in front of your eyes right now is over 3 years worth of price action data. Now you can see here where I've actually been marking these sort of important highs. So you can see here from inception here on this particular exchange, we come down here, you can see where we're interacting here. If I put it on the candles, you can see we actually tag that important trend line, and again down here before reaching the apex. Similarly to here, we did have a breakdown to the downside here, and we also had a fake out to the upside in the opposite direction here before grinding down. Now, ultimately, we did break out here back in July 2023. So that could have possibly, you could have thought, you know what, we could be challenging up here to all-time highs, but XDC with the rest of the market has been in a gradual bear market up until around this point, excluding sort of Bitcoin and some of the big sort of larger crypto assets out there. Now you can see here, for me, it looks as if we're getting a trend reversal now, because not only have we breached the apex here, we've also breached these highs down here, which we've been grinding. So there was some sort of significant suppression going on here, which has been going on since March of this year. Now I'm on the daily time frame here, and we've also breached this trend line as well, which expired around the 8th of September now. So for the past week, we have literally been ready to rumble. We have literally been ready to set off. We've been waiting at the launch pad, and we're literally about to start rallying up, in my opinion. Now, where we can rally to by the end of the year is a little bit subjective as well. Like, know where we're going in 2025, but in terms of where we're going, whether or not there's going to be continued suppression here, I highly doubt, because, like I said, we've got so much news, so many catalysts coming out. Like I say, with the interest rates, we've got the XDC 2.0 coming out as well. So there's too many catalysts for us to stay suppressed at these sort of prices. Now, first and foremost, I will be looking at taking out some of these sort of highs here. You can see how there was a little bit of a base here, a little bit of a ceiling. So you got that 1 peak, 2 peak, 3 peak, arguably. So I'll be looking at getting up in the interim, well, certainly by the end of the year, at getting up at this price target. Now, it's only 5.5 cents. I believe we can go higher, because there will be liquidity here. This is where the order blocks will be. Okay, and you can see here where there's more wicks as well. So this sort of section here, 1, 2, 3, 4, you can see where the price has also dipped into it as well, when it was actually trading above support rather than bouncing into the resistance here before ultimately capitulating into that bear market. So that would be another sort of in price action there around that sort of 10 cent. And I do believe that is achievable by the end of the year. And we could certainly be looking at taking out that all-time high as well before the end of the year. And I do expect us to then sort of run into sort of resistance going into the new year. Certainly after Christmas, we will be looking at then a massive explosion, and a massive bull run will ensue. Now, I've already shown you guys the sort of price targets where we could be expected one XDC token to be worth. We're looking at a minimum 77x in my opinion. Now, let's take a look to see where one XDC token could be worth if it was to reach the all-time high of XRP up at around $3.80. Look at the potential, guys. Look at the potential with XDC. Now, there's a lot more money supply on the two supply now in the stock market. You can see how much the two money supply has increased since XRP actually set its all-time high back in 2017-18 cycle. Now, we are going much higher than this, guys. 300. We're going to round it up. 317x your money. Whatever you've got invested in XDC, do the maths on that. $1,000, and you're up at over $250,000. That is enough to buy yourself a house and live, and still have spare change to throw a party with me, because we're all meeting up at the end of this bull market. I assure you now, because we're all going to be collecting the bag. And if you're subscribed and you're liking these videos, then we're all going to make it. The channel's going to blow up. You're going to make it. Everyone's going to make it who's involved with XDC, XRP, etc., etc. So there we have it now, guys. I've been the Block Bull. Hope you enjoyed the video. Block Bull, over, out.